Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast. And our podcast is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right. Nice. I like that. It was like a jingle. FreedomThroughPassiveIncome.com. Anyway, so today is another episode, and this episode is called 6 Things You Shouldn't Leave for Your Children. Now, this is like when you die, not like when you go off to vacation, right?
That is correct.
Okay, good. All right, so number 1, all your stuff.
If you're watching the video, you'll see Flip turning around, pointing to a bunch of stuff that he has on his credenza.
This is my prized collection. You should see what I have in boxes. So again, make sure you have it sorted out. You're not leaving them all of the stuff that they're not going to want. And so just throw it away or give it to Goodwill. Give it to someone that would appreciate it.
Yes.
So just don't leave it to everybody else.
Yes. Number 2 on our list is a paperwork mess.
Mm-hmm.
So bills and things that you intend to get to. I will get to that, and years go by and you haven't got to that. There was a story I read recently about bills and tax liens. There was taxes not paid, and then the children had to take care of it. And it was just that's why we're doing this episode, because I've had a couple things recently come across my feed of like, oh my goodness, people needed to prepare more and think about the consequences that they're leaving behind when they do die, because we don't know when it's going to happen. We just had a friend that we used to work with it wasn't Freedom Real Estate Group at the time. We worked with her pre-Freedom Real Estate Group, but she just had a 21-day battle and ended up passing away. I'm sure 21 days ago did not expect for a second that was going to happen. That's why we're talking about this. So,
and way back in the day when I used to do acquisitions, there was more than one time that I talked to somebody. Well, my dad, this was his property, and he passed away, and we're trying to figure it out. And they didn't know a thing. So it's make sure that that's all cleared.
Yes.
I apologize for interrupting this episode, but I do have a quick announcement. You see, this is how we show the social media algorithms that you actually like what we're sharing on these episodes. So, if we're adding any kind of value over this 365-day series all throughout the year, we hope that you'll help us out by sharing the love. So, make sure to hit that like or love button right now. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Now, back to the show.
Another thing you do not want to leave to your children when you die is a mountain of debt. That's not a good present to give. No, I don't think we need to go into that one at all. I think it's self-explanatory.
Yeah. And if you do have debt, what we did when we had debt, because we treat our business like our family. Like our business has to be able to run and be taken care of when we die. And so we got insurance to be able to pay off all debt so that the business would be free and clear and be able to thrive, essentially. And that was, kind of our goal. So that's one way to conquer debt. If, it's not like you've got a bunch of money, you can just pay it off. Just go get an insurance policy is one idea. Number 4 is family squabbles. So this could be that, I don't know, you count the nieces and nephews you have on your end.
Oosh.
And I'll count mine. I believe mine is 6. What's yours? I think yours is
5, 6.
It might be 6 too. 3 plus 2 plus 1. I think.
Anyway, it's in that area.
Look, I put them on the spot.
I am horrible.
These podcasts are true, real conversations.
Yes,
we pick a topic, we write a few bullet points, and then we just talk, based on...
It's 6. I'm horrible.
So the point of that is if you're not doing annual updates, when you die, it could be possible that you left people out of your will or your trust or something like that. We're actually having a call. This is timely. We're having a call with our estate planning attorney today. Yeah, at 1:00. And these are things that we're talking to them about is how do we update it? How often do we need to update it? Can there be a clause in there that says, do this for anything added? And if it's not updated, do this with anything that's left. Meaning split if another newborn, comes along or whatever that looks like. Right. So we're having this conversation too. And that's really kind of avoid the family squabbles because you don't want people fighting over your stuff.
Yes.
And that's another thing we actually did in our estate planning. There's certain things like your musical instruments that are going to your brother. You've got like a family,
by the way.
your family rock. There's certain things that we said, these are going to be meaningful. Nobody's going to care about the rest. The rest, we're just going to tell whoever we hire or who is hired on our behalf to sell and distribute
Right.
things like that. So.
Yep. Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah. Avoid family squabbles.
Yes. Confusion. That's another thing. Don't leave the confusion. Now, the confusion actually kind of goes with all of the other things we just talked about. Make sure everything is organized. Don't say, oh, I'll get to that next week, or next month or next year or whatever. Make sure everything's organized so that if anything should happen, somebody will be able to go, oh, okay, here's everything and this all makes sense. So look at this. It's so just being organized.
Yeah. And once you finalize your docs, make sure they know where it's at.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Right?
So they need to know where they're at.
Or who your attorney is, who has a copy of it. Anything like that, communication is key. And then number 6 is just to express, and this again was a Facebook post from somebody who her father had just passed, and she said they have spent months going through all of this stuff, all of the bills, all of the everything that goes along with it. And she said it became an extra job that she did not have time for, and she had never had the opportunity to grieve, because it was such an overwhelming amount of stuff to have to do as a result of the death of a parent. And so I was just like, it just hit home.
Yeah.
Like, get this stuff taken care of, so that your family doesn't have to do it, once you're gone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we do like to keep these short and sweet. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn, hopefully you're on one of our groups. If not, facebook.com/groups/
Freedom through passive income.
Same thing on LinkedIn. Make sure you're hitting the heart button, the love button. Make sure you're letting us know how we're doing. Reviews, 5-star reviews would be awesome. But give us recommendations. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you have any thoughts or whatever. We might do an episode on it. So again, we always like to end with
Invest smart.
live happy. Bye, everybody.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on this show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss, y'all.